Welcome to Kweshunga. I am Penelope, your host, and I am delighted to host you yet again for another episode of Kweshunga. Oh my God, I love talking about travel, and we are continuing with a series on the art of spaces. We talked about the art of spaces with the interior design perspective. We looked at the events perspective, and today we are talking about travel. Travel for me is like magic. Of you just have got to travel somewhere in your life, even if it's from your bedroom to your bathroom, just travel. And that is the beauty about travel, that it exposes you to things. You get to see stuff, you get to learn stuff, you get to meet people, you get to eat street food and ride in buses and scooters and things. Oh my God. I cannot oversell or undersell travel. And today I am hosting an expert on travel. I call her an expert on travel because, man, which country has she not been to? Which place in the world has she not visited? And her story, I hope, will inspire us to learn to travel, to start to travel, to enjoy to travel, to start to save to travel, because you can also travel on a budget, and we will hear from her and know that it's possible. So welcome with me my friend Jay. I will call her my Nshuti because really she's mine, but you're welcome to the show, my dear.
Thank you, Penny.
Thank you for having time to sit with us and to share your stories of travel, because, man, I admire you. I be seeing you on Instagram and in places that I just dream about going to, and I'm like, Mananga, when I grow up, I'll also be like her.
Thank you for having me. Although I also know that you've traveled quite a bit, so.
I do, but it's nothing compared to how you travel. Just help me tell the people who are watching us or listening to us who you are, what it is you do, because people may be hearing travel and they think you're a travel agent or travel, they think like you're what, you just fly and that's it, you don't have any other thing that you do. Just tell us what you do, who you are, and why you love to travel.
Wow. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for hosting me. When I received your message, I was actually on my way up country. And I looked at the message and I'm like, me? Like, why has Penny picked on me? I mean, there's so many people out there that are traveling. So why me? I didn't ask you that question, but why me?
Well,
why didn't you talk about it yourself? Because you travel.
First, I do travel, but I do know, I think that we all travel for different reasons. Mostly I travel for work. I also travel for fun, but it's not as much as you do. I know that you travel specifically for fun, but also because you're my friend. I mean, why should I not host you?
Thank you. Okay,
if I don't host my friend,
that's enough reason. That's enough reason.
But you also have to host people that you admire, in the hope that they can teach some of the people that you that are watching and following you a thing or two about the things that you love. Travel is one of the things that are dear to my heart. And when I looked at all my friends, I was like, Jay, she's the one to talk about travel.
Thank you so much. I'm definitely honored. And to be doing this with you, because if you haven't even asked me before I even talk about who I am. How did I meet Penny? I used to see Penny at church. I used to see her, what's that bit?
Hosting service. Yes.
So it's no wonder that you're actually doing hosting, because you are like my favorite host at the church.
Worship harvest, have you heard?
Yes. I would just want to see Penny host, talk about welcoming everybody and all this. And then with her black lipstick, which you're not wearing today. So that is how I met you. Then the next thing, I think I met you at your office in Naguru then. And then the next thing, she's the best person to be talking about spaces. I sat in this office and I was like, am I home? Am I in an office? I'd never been to an office like that. So anyhow, I invite Penny home to come and create my space. Because like she said, if you don't know something, it's okay to allow someone else to teach you something. So she came home, played with my things, and I told her, this is a job. Penny was hardly there. She was traveling from country to country. I don't know when you traveled. I don't know when you came back. But anyway, she did She did half a job.
I
She has
did the living room.
She didn't finish. But we were supposed to continue. But anyhow.
And then you started traveling. Now
Yes.
we can never finish because we are all...
Anyway, I believe that we'll finish that job, but you do an amazing job.
Thank you.
You may think you're very good at hosting, but you're very good at many other things. Many other things. Your hands have something.
Thank you.
I don't know what it is, but they have something. And I believe that you can actually be creating so many beautiful spaces, not here, but out of here.
I'm going to cry.
Yeah. So, no, but that is a gift that you have. Like, some people's gifts come naturally. They just reach here and then they turn the space into something else.
Yeah.
Then others have to even ask, what am I good at?
Yeah.
Like, you have to first ask your friends what you're good at.
Yeah.
Penny's things are here. Like, you can see them. So, you're blessed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So had I introduced myself? No. My name is Jacqueline Nshuti Muhiirwa Asimwe. I'm a mother of 4 beautiful girls.
Yes, very beautiful girls.
Eldest is 11, the youngest is 5. We've been married for the last 13 years by God's grace. You know that it is by God's grace. It is not anything that has to do with me. I'm married to one very handsome man who you have met.
Yes.
Yeah, godly man, handsome. I keep telling him that I would still choose him even after all these 13 years. Yet we've had all the fights. You can imagine after 13 years of living with somebody, we've had all the fights. But yeah, he, among other things, he lets me be. He lets me, because sometimes you get married to somebody and they
just kill all your dreams.
Yes, they kill all your dreams, or they just keep taking away. But since we got married in 2007, he has always been adding.
Wow.
So I had always
a good man.
Yes. So I had always had a passion for travel, definitely, and so. How you get married to somebody and they're like, we cannot be traveling now. Right now, there are other things to do.
Yes.
But then
priorities on the children, on this.
School, someone is paying school fees and you're telling them about your trip. Like, really, it wouldn't make sense. So, but when I came up with the whole travel idea, he really, really supported it and told me just go for it.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you he didn't see it then, but he saw it after. Yeah, but I went to school to study law. I'm an advocate.
Yes.
I've worked where? I've worked in a law firm. I've worked at a private consulting a company. And then up to last year, I was working with the government as a legal officer. And I resigned last year just to do what I love to do.
Which is travel.
Yes.
Imagine resigning to just travel. Now you're living your life, eating life with a big spoon. You're just there on planes, in destinations. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so
I want to be you.
Well, in all honesty, like if you had asked me this, like where do I see myself in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
As much as I'd always wanted to travel, I didn't think that I would be doing travel at this point in my life. I also didn't think I would do it, like do it and it gets to pay me as well.
Yes.
I thought, well, I have to be so rich, then have money, then to spend as I work somewhere.
So wait, how do you travel and get paid to travel at the same time? How I'm confused. First backtrack a bit. How are you able to travel and still get paid to travel?
Yeah. First of all, it was really a dream come true. So that even when the opportunity presented itself, I didn't see it the way I see it now.
Yeah.
I was just so crazy about travel that even when I was still a young girl, my friends know that I keep telling them I wanted to be an air hostess. Not because I wanted to wait in the plane or what, but I just wanted to be in a plane. Places. I wanted to see places. I knew that air hostesses go to all these destinations. So, but well, that dream died, and 2016, yes, March, a friend of mine invites me to see her travel club. There's this travel club. Come. We've always talked about travel, but we never see you travel. Yeah. Come and see it. I had a look at it, and I had no doubt within me that this is what I wanted.
Yeah.
What shocks most people is I didn't even have the money to join the travel club.
The club.
it was beginning of a fresh month. You can imagine a whole legal officer in a whole big ministry that takes the biggest budget, but I did not have money to join the travel club. So I borrowed money that day. That is how bad I wanted it. I borrowed money, got on board. Initially, I thought I was just getting on board to travel only because there's a business aspect to it, but I didn't see the business then because one, I didn't think it worked.
And you didn't even have that time.
No, I didn't have it. We had just, by the way, we had just had our last born.
Yes.
My husband was working up country. So I didn't even think that there was space for me to do any other business.
Else, yeah.
But I said, surely travel at least once a year. Can we just go, even if it is Nairobi with a family and come back? So that is how I got on board, joined the travel club, and then they showed me how they make money, how you can travel and get paid at the same time. And I started learning. If there's anything that I think I am good at is if you showed me, if I came here and I liked something, I would sell it with or without your consent. So I can sell anything that I love, anything. So because travel comes naturally for me, I started.
It was so easy to talk about it.
It was so easy to talk about it, and talk about travel and get paid. Imagine talking about spaces and you get paid
for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What is your most exciting thing about travel? What is the thing you love the most about travel that you like? Oh my God, this is it.
I don't have one thing.
Share the many, please.
I don't have one thing, like how some people say it's, I don't know, the food.
Yeah.
For me, it is the whole.
The package.
The package.
Yeah.
I don't like parking.
Nobody. Okay. There are people who like parking.
Yes.
I really hate parking.
I don't like parking.
So
I don't
much.
like unpacking when I come back. Like my suitcase can be there unpacked until. So from the time I get my bags and I'm headed to the airport, I'm checking in, I am boarding, I'm on the plane.
Yeah.
And when I'm on the plane, that's also the time I get to reflect. I do a lot of reflecting.
Yes.
And then you learn the other, like thinking, what am I going to expect? Who is the other side? What do people look like?
Yes.
So the whole package of the people, then you reach the other side. Usually when I travel, I never eat food that I'm familiar with.
Yes,
I'm always trying out new
stuff.
things.
Yeah.
Yes. So the food, then the people learning, even when I travel to a destination, I want to know how do they say hello,
Yes.
In a local language. Yeah. So it's a whole package of things. It's not just one thing. Yeah.
I love street food.
Yeah.
The whole world knows I love street food.
Yeah.
Well, I don't do lots of street food here in Kampala, but when I travel, it's the first thing I look out for. Street food, the tour bus, I need to see the city, I need to see all these things.
Yeah.
People don't usually do because people are running to malls and I want to connect with
the city
the heart of the people, which is the food. Their food says so much about who they are as a people. And I also love hotel rooms, you guys. I think I need to have a hotel in my house, like where they just change the linen and make me happy, pamper me. I love those things. I just love the feel of good, clean, new sheets in a hotel, being pampered, asked, where should we put your bags?
Oh my God. You're so me. You're so like, if my husband has this other name, he calls me valet services. Because even like when we go to a local hotel here, like Sheraton, I just want to park my car at the front. Someone takes it away. I mean, you're just going to give them like 5K. But can I just, without walking from the other side to the other side? Yeah. So yes, the moment I arrive in a new city, after I've checked in, city tour is a must. I see all those places. And then usually actually shopping comes like in my last
last day or second last.
Because if I go shopping before I do whatever else I'm supposed to do.
We will not do anything else. We'll have all the perfumes and clothes.
Yes. So I do all that. I also love the street food that you're talking about. Yeah. Maybe we don't do it here because somehow we know our place so well. But when in a foreign country, that is the one thing that you're looking
out for. And I like that you talked about valet services because that sounds bougie for some people. They're like, look at these poser women on the show talking about valets and all. Just how do I travel on a budget? Because you see, for so many people who are watching us or
Yeah.
listening to us, they think that I need to first save and get like 5 million to travel to a certain destination. I need money to do shopping and be in these malls and do all this stuff. How have you managed, or even before you joined the club, because you
Yeah.
traveled even before you joined the club, but
For
at
work.
least in country.
Yes.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
to like to different local places
Yeah.
around Uganda. How do you travel on a budget? Also, if you have the money, how do you not spend it all in one trip?
Yeah.
Knowing, because you can also travel and you're not on a budget, you have the
Yeah.
money, but you blow it all on one trip because I have reached New York. Oh my God, let's go all out.
Yeah.
And then you can never travel to any other place. How do you manage your finances, your
Yeah.
little budget,
Yeah.
while having fun on your travel trips?
Before I joined the travel club.
Yes.
Because travel was such a hassle. Not because, in all honesty, I've come to learn that anyone that desires to travel can travel.
Yes, yes.
We were not traveling. We had that account where we were supposed to put money for travel. So when somebody, maybe like towards the end of year, maybe someone is getting, because towards the end of year, there are usually so many weddings, there are
Yes.
contributions.
Yes.
That money somehow always got off, and we always said we'd put it back, we'd never put it back. So the truth is, before 2016, the little travel I did was for work. You're traveling for work, like what you are talking about. And when you're traveling for work, and when you have also traveled for leisure,
Yes.
there's a huge
It's a huge difference.
there's a huge difference. So I wasn't really traveling, and I keep telling people most of my, if I was not in Kampala, I was in Kisoro, like Christmas time, Easter time, because that's where our holidays used to be. So what I think, answering your question, how do you travel on a budget? One, you have to be intentional. Like you have to desire, you have to want to travel. So after you've wanted to travel, then be intentional about it.
About getting there.
Yes. Whatever you want in life, you have to be intentional. So if you want to travel, be intentional about putting that money somewhere. If you're not disciplined, like we are not disciplined to put the money aside, then you join the travel club because it forces, it's like, I call it like a forced saving.
Yeah.
You're putting the money on the side and you're like, you know what, like, or like how you have health insurance.
Yes.
Like for us, we have health insurance for the kids.
Yes.
I mean, a year can pass and
They've not been
fallen
sick, but that doesn't mean they are not insured.
Yes,
Yeah.
but when they fall sick, my friend,
You're like, thank God we put this money aside.
yes. So here you're putting money on the side, and you're putting money on the side every month. You're saving this, whatever money. There's the different packages you put. You choose the one that suits your pocket.
Yes.
Then at the end of the year, you can say, you know what, we've been saving this money. Let's go someplace. And besides, you're seeing all these destinations all over the world: Africa, Asia, Europe. Like, surely, at least can we go at the coast? At least can we go somewhere? So because there's money that is going towards that cause, you realize that, you know what, let's take one trip. And it starts with just one trip. And then from there, it upgrades to another one, then to another one. And it becomes, it's not as much money because you're leveraging on the numbers of the club. The club has numbers, hundreds of thousands of numbers.
And they already have credibility too, I guess.
Yes.
So
they have credibility, and then also where you're staying, you're leveraging on the numbers of the club, but then also they are not paying for you anything substandard. That's why I was talking about valet services.
Yes.
You're staying in 4-star hotels, you're staying in 5-star hotels.
Yeah.
And for anyone that really is out there, understands buying anything at wholesale and buying anything at retail.
Yes.
So here you're buying as a wholesaler. Every trip that you're getting is as if wholesale price. Whether it is peak season, whether it is off
So
any
you're
season.
saving lots of
So
money.
you're saving lots of money and you're staying up there. So that's one thing that for me, that's why I keep saying that I don't think we would be traveling anyhow.
Yeah.
Because imagine we're a family of 6.
Those are 6 tickets.
So
And 6.
so imagine if it is hard traveling for you as Penny, as an individual.
Yeah,
so just do
6
times 6.
people. So another bougie thing that I like to do when I travel, and I hope that the travel club you're talking about, you'll tell the people what the club is, offers that. So I like, sometimes you have really long layovers at airports, and I like being in lounges. I want to go take a bath and change and smell good. Like, that is the life, you people. That is the life. Anyway, like change, smell good, rest a bit, nap as you wait for your next flight. Is that part of the package? Because some people have never even experienced that, and they are regular travelers and they don't even know that you can bathe at an airport and change and, you know, look bougie and feel good, feel fresh when you sit on the next flight. Is that something that's part of the travel company?
Yes. Wow. You love nice things. Because, you know, you're one of the very few people that ask that question, which goes to show you that some people just want basic travel.
I don't want to just be running through airports, sweating, dying. I have, you know, I'm missing my flight. No, I want to be calm, composed. I smell good. Even the people I'm talking to that are on the flight feel like, okay.
Yeah. even if I'm not seated first class, but
you know,
I don't
feel
look
good.
stressed.
I've been pampered. It's
Jet
about
lag,
me.
yes.
I feel good.
Wow. Yeah, so we have one of the packages that we have, the highest package actually offers that, where you have access to about 50 lounges all over the world, where you can just go. And you know, if you've been to those VIP lounges, you drink all you can, you eat all you can. Like she's saying, you can have a shower, you can nap, so that you don't reach your destination where you're looking like.
I know, like they just took you through some bus and the conductor was.
Yeah, so we have it as one of our packages.
Nice.
But then I also know that most of the banks are now offering that service. I don't know if you're aware.
I haven't heard about that.
At least I know my bank does that. Orient Bank does that.
Okay.
It gives you a card that one of the benefits of that card is it offers you access to those lounges.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
Nice. That's really nice. You see, I love the bougie life, and so somehow I will work towards achieving that life.
Yeah.
And I know now I'm going to be annoyed, very annoyed with you, but let me just ask this question for the sake of asking it.
Which one?
What has been your favorite destination? Oh God, I hate you. Like, why do you go to all these nice places without me? Put me in your suitcase.
Wow, that question. You're not the first person that has asked me that question. But there are many beautiful places out there, depending on what you want. Because you see, I cannot compare, say, Maldives to New York. Like, it's different. What you're seeing is different.
Yeah.
If
the experience is different for both places.
If you love beaches, you will definitely love Maldives.
The Maldives.
Because the moment you love...
I'm rolling my eyes at you.
The moment you arrive at the airport like this, first of all, they tortured us when we arrived. And I felt like, no, this thing has to change. Yeah. Because we arrived and everybody's, they're stamping their passports, and for some reason for us, Ugandan passports, they first put us there on the side. We're like, what's
wrong with Uganda?
And we were like, confirm your accommodation. Our accommodation guys were waiting for us. So we call them and then they come. And then they check this, they go through the passports and everything. Then eventually they tell us everybody should have, I think, $800. So we tell them the money is on the card. They're like, no, we want it in cash. Wow. So fortunately, they have those machines around. We go withdraw. And I'm like, not everyone is going through this. But I think they had never seen Ugandans go to that place. Yes.
Ugandan, have you heard? We need to storm the Maldives.
So anyhow, for me, ever since that time, I said, no. We have to make this place very common, like so common. Yeah, so and then of course when you arrive, it's not like your ordinary place where you arrive and probably a cab is waiting for you. When you arrive at the Maldives, there's a speedboat that is waiting for you. Because as in the airport is here, then the ocean is here. The ocean is here. So they get your luggage, they put it on the speedboat, and for 30 minutes, you're cruising to your accommodation. And I'm like, wow. Then of course you arrive and there's this drink. And so if you love the beach kind of life, Maldives. But if you love cities, which was my favorite city, but I love Cape Town. I've been to Cape Town about 4 times, but I would still go back to Cape Town. But Cape Town aside, I love Vegas.
I don't. You can talk to the people. Just leave me out of this conversation because what is this?
No, I love Las Vegas because
Che, I gotta visit. Who wants to sponsor me a Las Vegas trip? Really, just for the sake of me?
I am here.
Not be.
I am here.
You're taking me to Vegas?
Yes.
But why I can kneel here and ask you to marry
I want
me
to go
right
with
now
you
on the show, but
but I want to go with you. I'm done. Yes. But I love Vegas. I love Vegas. The fact that we had an experience of Vegas in the day and then Vegas in the night. A helicopter tour over Vegas in the night. You know, all those lights that you see. And it was what, like for 30 minutes? But you're like, wow, like,
which world
like where have I been all my life? Yeah, then also while in Vegas we went to Arizona and did a ride over, helicopter ride over the Grand Canyon.
Oh my gosh!
The most scary thing I have done on earth.
But the most beautiful also.
Unforgettable.
Because beautiful things always are scary.
Unforgettable. You're like, okay. It is okay, like take the money, it's okay, you can take the money, just stop here. And the guy meanwhile told us, from now onwards, I won't be able to hear you. He blocked his ears, he's going to be communicating to who?
Yeah.
But we're about the 6 of us, no 8, plus the captain, pilot. And he's like, I'm not going to be hearing, but you know, some were puking, others were tummies were hurting, others were crying. And after me, when I'm so scared, I just shout, like I can just keep talking. So I kept talking.
Because the adrenaline gets the fear out of your system somehow.
Oh my, but no one wanted to talk to me. But it was such an experience. When I talk about it, even now, I can remember everything. Even one of my friends' tooth got out.
Oh gosh.
Like it was that bad. I don't know, the pressure or something like that. Yes. But it's a must do.
But it's an experience. Look at you now. Oh, I'm here envying you guys. I'm going to stop talking to her. Like, cute team, really. We can't be talking to people who travel like this, making us feel bad. What? Aish. It's not fair. But also, we can learn a lot from her story. We can learn a lot from her story. And because I love to travel, I don't discriminate. I travel as much out of Uganda as I travel in Uganda. I love to find new places in Uganda because for me that's really important. That you know, there's like a new restaurant, there's a new place I can go, there's a beach here, I love to do that, and I do that a lot. So even as we conclude, please tell us about this travel club and how we can join it and what we need to do to get to you to help us join this club, but also one thing that you would want people out there to know about travel, because travel for me it's just, it blows your mind. You meet new people, different people, you appreciate cultures, you appreciate clothes and food, and hey, you're like, what have I been doing every day? You're challenged to live, to literally get up and live. So after you tell us about the club, just one thing you want people out there to know about travel and what they can do to travel.
Before I tell you about the travel, at the travel club, the things about travel. Travel leaves you a storyteller. Like you go there, then come back and you talk. Even when no one asks you, just talking.
Actually, the Banyangola say, what abagenda vareva, something like that.
I think there's one like that.
Kutambula kulaba okuda kunyumya.
I think something like that. Yes. But I think
so you really become a storyteller.
Yes. So for me, I'm a real storyteller. And I used to also feel bad those days when, you know, you'd sit with friends who have traveled. People are talking about these destinations, and you can't even nod your head. You can't add anything.
You just say wow.
Wow. No, and I have.
You're like, wow, this happens to me all the time. Yeah, and soon it happens to you.
Soon it happens. So travel has so many benefits that I cannot even exhaust here. One, the person that lives here and the person that comes back
are different.
Are totally different beings. You go, if you are building your house, if you are in the process of building your home, when you come back, you'll not build it the same way. You will not continue. You will have to change it. So you learn the different ways people build their homes. You will learn the different cultures, the different people appreciate. You come back and you're grateful for some things and you're pissed about other things.
Yes.
Like whoever travels, especially for the very first time, when you come back and even the moment you arrive at Entebbe airport,
You're like, what is this thing called an
you're
airport?
like, what? Like, what's going on here? Like, is this home or what? Then you arrive in darkness. Darkness is ushering you. Like, so you come back and you're so pissed about certain things, but then you're so grateful about other things. Then for us who are married, you're very grateful that you have a time to breathe. Yeah. We have 4 young kids. You have with 4 young children. You can imagine how many years I spent producing this,
taking care of
then taking care of them. Then you have a job here. So each time I go and come back, I'm totally a different wife. Yeah. You come back and there's no stress, a stress-free wife. And any husband, like any husband would want a wife that is not stressed. Because when the wife is stressed, everyone, including the workers, is stressed. Yes. So I appreciate travel because when you come back, your complaints are fewer, you're more relaxed.
Not stressed, yes.
So husbands, if you want a happier wife, let the wife travel.
Let the wives travel. There you go.
Hey, let the wives travel. Because you see, my husband could be like, but this because we've had people say,
I have no time, my kids are so young.
Yeah, they are so young, my job. Even when I was still working, I was still traveling. I only resigned last year when I felt like, you know what, no, I'm cheating my employer, and my employer is also cheating me because they had also started seeing how much time I'm investing in this and, the rewards I was also getting. And the time I'm also spending with my family, because at the end of the day, when you come at the end of your life, who is going to be there with you? Is it your employer or is it your family? Family. So you invest as much time as possible with family. So I made that decision to be with family at the same time as I pursue what I love. So importance of travel, if you can, I keep saying that travel is more, because someone might shoot me for saying this, but it's more important than the actual formal education. Because see all this history that we learned in
our history classes.
In history, do you remember Napoleon Bonaparte?
Of course, and Bismarck and
yes. So you go to France.
And the Third World War.
Yes, you go to France and they take you through this history in a few minutes, and you're like, what? I spent an entire time learning all this.
And I'm seeing all these things on the walls now.
And because the images are printed here, you can't forget what you've seen. But with formal education, you're cramming, you're doing a lot of cramming of, what did Napoleon do? What were the causes of the what? But with travel, you cannot forget what you have seen, what the eyes have seen. So there's lots of education. So the money that you spend in travel is not wasted money. It is money that even for our children, if you can't do it, because I've met people who say, for me, my job pays for me, I travel.
But you've never taken your family along.
Never taken your
so
family.
The experience is just with you, and the exposure is not with your family.
Yeah, so I also decided, now I've been traveling. At first I was like, it is me, because I also had that malo over. I have to first quench this malo. So when I'm taking the children, I know where to take them. But then after I started taking the children, and then also my parents, because also my parents raised us in the best way that they could. The holidays were in Kisoro. By the time we were here, the other days we were here in Kampala. So my parents now can also say, we are taking vacation.
Oh, wow.
Save for 2020. So nice. Yes. Which brings too much, so much fulfillment for me.
Yeah, and that's honoring them. You're honoring them, you're loving on them. Yeah, you're exposing them to things they never even would have imagined to see.
Yeah. So if you feel like you've traveled or you don't like travel for some reason, bless somebody out there. Bless your children. Bless your loved ones who love to travel like Penny.
Yes.
Take her to Las Vegas and by the way, people will never forget these memories. You could give me maybe 1 million shillings. I could forget that money. But you will never forget that trip that you took, I don't know, to Amsterdam and where. So those are just some of the benefits, really. And then, of course, shopping. You go out there and you look at the things, the quality things.
The quality of the ones at home.
Then you come. Those are some of the things that I said.
And
some will make you pissed. That's why I said some things will make you get pissed. You come back and you're like, what? This is what I'm buying at this much? So you start feeling like you're cheated. And also, if you're a person who is into business, it opens your eyes to business.
To different
you start
things.
asking yourself, how can I bring things from this place and sell them here and make money? And we have seen people do that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so with the travel club, it's Dream Trips. I joined Dream Trips in March 2016. I can't believe it's going to be 5 years next year.
And you have risen through the ranks. I'll be watching.
Yes, for those that choose to do the business, there are also levels. Just like you can rise from a normal employee in a company and go up. I don't know if you can be to be a CEO, but for us here, you're allowed to be a CEO. You can even be a CEO times 4 and you're paid for that. There's that business part. But when I joined Dream Trips, in all honesty, I didn't think I would do the business. I mean, you're a lawyer, and I'm thinking, am I going to call my lawyer friends and start showing them this stuff?
Yeah.
And then I'm also a bit of an introvert. I'm not like you, Penny.
Look at the introvert.
Yeah, the club has opened me so much. I can't even begin to tell you how much, but the club has opened me so much because now I talk to people so much.
Yeah.
I love talking to people. I didn't even know that I loved people. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So the club has opened me to people.
Because you have stories to tell now, and you connect with people at the places that matter to them the most.
And maybe I'm also more confident.
You're open, yeah.
I'm also more confident because travel makes you confident.
It exposes you and you want to talk about things.
So because of the money that I make through the club, that is the reason I was able to leave my 8-to-5 job. And it's not easy living what people call security, although you call it security, you leave it. And then you know how you're handing over, because I had a government car, you're taking back the government car, you're taking back the fuel card.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing. Even at work, people are like,
are you fine?
Crazy?
You're giving all this up to travel.
Yeah, but you just have to pursue. Everybody has that dream which they pursue, as in, although some people, of course, some people's dreams are blocked. One thing I could tell you, maybe I should tell you now, is when you have a passion for something and you feel like you're driven to do something, like, don't ask people's opinions. Just go and do that. Because you see, God has put that dream in you, not in me.
Anybody else.
Because you see, you'll give me you'll start sharing with me your dream. Then I'll be like, but Penny,
you're too much.
Sure. You can't do that. Then I'll start judging you. And eventually I'll discourage you, I'll water it down and kill it for you. But
and tomorrow I'll be walking on the street and I'll see someone else doing exactly what I was told.
So I was told all those things in 2016, so many things. But I thank God that I don't know how He encouraged me. Maybe because of the passion that I've always loved for travel. And also because I did not join to make sure to do the business bit, because the business, if it was for the business, probably I would have given up. But because I have this travel passion, which is here, which no one can take away from me, as in Penny, whether I join the club or not, I'll still be here. So you can join the club just the same way I did for travel or for travel with the business. If you join for travel, there are about 3 packages. There's a gold package, a platinum package, a titanium package. Basically, there's a package for everyone.
Everyone with whatever budget.
Everybody. If you can afford a meal at Cafe Java's, you can go and house yourself in a bar somewhere every week. You can go to the salon, can do these nails over 100K. You can afford travel. So I keep telling people that it's about being intentional and working towards it. But do not bury yourself in one space like God created you to just be in one space. Sacrifice some of the earrings, those beautiful earrings. It's okay to have 3 pairs of earrings, Penny, And shoes, if I checked your wardrobe. Some of us women, we have, I don't know how many pairs of shoes. Even today, if I came and showed you another one, you would still buy as long as you like it. So sacrifice, be intentional and make sacrifices for the things that you love and the things that will last a lifetime. These memories with your loved ones will forever last a lifetime. There are friends of mine that said they would start traveling in 2020.
And 2020, we've been stuck here.
Everybody has been stuck. But that goes to show you, COVID-19 just goes to show you that you can wake up and anything can happen. It could be something worse than 2019. So just work with, enjoy every day as it comes. Enjoy every day as it comes. don't overhold on to that money. I don't know it is for what. Something could come and just take away that
All
money.
that, yeah.
Yeah, but when you come at the end of your life, one day you will look back and you will have no
you say, I was
regrets.
happy.
You're like, I was happy, I lived my time, I enjoyed my time with my loved ones, and those memories. There's nobody that is going to die that you ask and they're talking about, I don't know, my money, I don't know where they're talking about. They're looking at the precious memories with their loved ones.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
so there are 3 packages. You pick a package that suits you, and you work intentionally. At least once a year, you will go somewhere. Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much. I don't know. We can talk about travel all night, all day, and I'm so grateful that you shared your stories with us. I'm also grateful that you're taking me to Vegas, people. Do you see how things just happen for me? Anyway, I'm going to Vegas, my Kweshunga people, and while I am there, I shall Kweshunga on our behalf. But while I go to Vegas, you guys, please live intentionally, be intentional about travel. Also, work towards that intentionality. Work towards building that dream. I know that times can be hard and tight, but travel is one of those spaces that you must explore before you leave this earth. Travel, travel, travel. I cannot overemphasize that. And now I am going to be sanyuful with my friend Nshuti as we close the show, and look out for all these beautiful spaces that we shall be sharing with you where you can travel to, and you can bribe me nicely. I will give you her contact so she can hook you up with the club. You don't have to bribe me, but until next time, let's Kweshunga.
Yeah.